Another race that races that people don't think that there's going to be an upset in is the New York AG race and the governor's race. So Letitia James, according to your poll, is in the margin of error, but you currently have her losing to Republican Michael Henry for Attorney General. But that poll was released before Letitia James announced her lawsuit against former President Trump. Do you see that announcement of the lawsuit swinging the pendulum here at all anyway?
Well, we're going to go back and do another New York poll, but most people in New York who knew who Letitia James was knew that she was on a crusade against Trump.
This was a campaign promise.
But here's what they do know also. She's not on a crusade against crime. She's not fixated on making sure that you don't get mugged in the street, that she's not on a crusade to make sure that when someone gets arrested for a crime, they stay in jail, maybe even just spend the night. She's not on a crusade to make sure people get prosecuted fully, and she's not on a crusade to make sure that people, when they go to jail, serve out their full sentence. And when you become the chief law enforcement officer of the state and crime is out of control in that state, guess what? You're going to get a little bit of the blame. And the governor's getting some of it too. And New York is one of the few states where the number one issue is not the economy, it is crime.
And is that why some Democratic groups are backing Lee Zeldin instead of Kathy Hochul? I know that you have Kathy Hochul winning.
Absolutely. It is when we see people whose entire life has been Democrat Party their whole life in New York City, and they say crime is their number one issue, and we ask them what your second issue, they say crime again, even though that's not even the way they're supposed to answer it, and they say Lee Zeldin, that tells you something. They don't like Republicans, but they are done with crime, and they are done with Hochul, and they are ready for a change. And so I'm not, again, saying that I think Zeldin is going to win that race, but I think that is a race that is worth watching because crime has got a lot of people who were very comfortable in their support for Democrats in the past, questioning that. And even look at the New York mayor. When Adams ran, he ran as the police guy who was going to crack down on crime. And so people are surprised now that he didn't turn out to be quite as strong in crime as they thought he was going to be. But he won because of crime.
So you're saying that crime is the possibility. Even some Democrat voters might vote, hey, I'm going to vote for Hochul, but my vote for AG could go to Michael Henry?
I think you're going to see more an alignment of people who are voting for Hochul and, voting for Zeldin and Republican for AG. I don't think you're going to see a lot of people who are going to vote for Hochul and then vote Republican for AG because they pretty much blame both of them for crime. So I think it'll be much more aligned. But I think these are both going to be competitive races.